Hello viewers, welcome to the Founder Talk Show. Today we have Vikram and Aparna from O2 Nails India. They are the founders of O2 Nails India. Welcome to the show, Aparna and Vikram.
Hi Arushi, how are you?
Yeah. So tell me, Vikram and Aparna, polishing your nails used to be just mere beautification of your nails, and now it has evolved into an art. And I remember, it used to be part of manicure, and now it's an independent business altogether. So I know
Yes.
what O2 Nails does, and I was quite amazed at the kind of technology that you use. So I want you to tell the viewers first about your startup and what does O2 Nails do.
We started in 2017 as an O2 Nails India. We launched our first store in May 2018. But as in manicure or a standalone, the nail polish business, it's already there since 3000 BC, and it was launched in India in 1965. First standalone store was launched in 2004. Presently in India, we are having almost like 1082 stores all across India. Those who are providing nail art services and manicure business. As in business, it is almost like $150 million worth of industry. Out of that, 80 to 90 million dollars is the nail polish business, and remaining 30-40 million dollars is the nail art business.
Yeah, so tell us about O2 Nails. O2 Nails India, the company that you founded.
Actually, she's a fashionista. She used to, get the nail art done with the different, possible combination, and we were residing out of India. So when we are back, so we thought of, starting something our own. So that's the first concept we want to introduce, by which, somebody can, design whatever design she want to have, whatever pattern, because in India we have a lot of festivities. So there is a different kind of lifestyle from, north to south, east to west. So based on that, we want to introduce something which is suitable for the Indian market. So we initially concepted with O2 Nails, and then we concept O2 Nails India, and we introduce IoT hardware by which you can, design any sort of a color, any sort of a design, and we connected.
You can have anything on your nail.
So it's precisely whatever you want to design, you can design anything on your nail.
And how big is the Indian market size?
I already told you it is almost like 150 million US dollars market size. Out of that, 85, 90 million dollars for the nail polish business, and remaining 50 to 60 million dollars is for the nail art business. If in Indian terms, you can say like, around, good 400 crore, 500 crore worth of market just for nail art.
Okay, and that is, you were talking about India. I thought that's global.
No, that's India. Global,
that's a big, yeah, that's a big market size.
$multi-billion industry.
Can you tell us more about the product technology, Aparna, if you can just take us through the kind of products that you use at your studio?
Product, that printing machine, the gel polishes. If you heard about the gel polishes and nail polish, both are the different things. So we use to gel polishes and all the tools which required only for nail art.
So basically, like, we introduced the IoT hardware. It's a nail art printer. Probably you saw the video. So in which you can insert your finger in whatever design
and you
want
can get any print on your nail by that.
So that is the IoT hardware. Apart from this, we will be introducing a new sort of a technology which comes with AR VR, by which somebody can virtually see, like, if you want to do a nail art, and if you have some thought process in your mind, or you're going for a particular wedding or particular
any function or event, whatever.
So you can create that design virtually, and you can feel it, those designs. And when you are visiting our parlor, you can get the same design done on your nail.
Do you outsource your products and your nail polishes, gel polishes?
Earlier we used to do into B2B business also, and we are doing decent number of B2B transactions all across India. Our total portfolio is almost 90% from the B2B and 6 to 8% from the B2C customers. We are presently running 3 stores, but now post-COVID scenario, we need to take care of our staff, we need to take care of our partners. So we were cutting down our B2B operations, and we will increase our B2C operations.
Okay. And where do you get the technology from? Where do you get your products from?
The IoT hardware, we are doing the manufacturing based out of China only. But after this Atmanirbhar Bharat, we also want to specialize that thing, and we want to create a assembly line or manufacturing line based out of India. As far as the technology is concerned, the technology we are providing our enhancement services. So we are creating the app with the help of all Indian developer and technician based out of our team.
How challenging would it be for you to shift the manufacturing base out of China? And are you also planning, looking at tying up with some of the startups for the technology?
Yes, of course, it is a great challenge because it's a cost and intensive thing. So if we are moving from one place to another, that's a challenge for each and every industry. So of course, we are waiting for all the government regulations, or we need to take care of all the possible combination with regards to getting ourselves at BP with no time frame. And as far as the taking help of any other firm or any other startup, of course we will try to take help from the logistic partners or any other partner, those who can provide a tech support or logistical support, or probably we can outsource that the manufacturing thing to someone with the exclusive rights.
But tell me, Vikram, what would you expect from the Indian government now that most of the companies are in fact planning to shift their manufacturing base out of China to India with all the Atmanirbhar Bharat and Make in India trend going on? So what would you expect from the Indian government to make the whole process easier for founders like you?
We also want to do it, and we want to give maximum benefit to Indian community and Indian startup and provide employment to Indian people. But as far as my own experience, I can say that still the single point of window is not there, because earlier when we started our operation, when we introduced this concept in India, we need to go by the BIS regulations, and that BIS regulation is very very challenged regulation, because our printer need not to come under BIS regulation, but it is, and we have to pay almost like 5-6 lakhs rupees as a fee, and there is a tag to get the BIS license, which is like good 3 to 6 months. I wrote the letter to Ministry of Information Technology and Electronics, but MEIT, the BIS bureau, the BIS, everybody is not aware about that, and they referred to me to TAC, which is Technical Advisory Committee, and we don't know when this Technical Advisory Committee review our product. So we better to go with the license. So that's why we took the option for having the license to make the operation smooth. But now, if government can create the single point contact for all the operations, all the regulations, which any startup or anybody who want to do the business in India want to adhere, any manufacturer. So if it is there, then of course we love to do it. Apart from this, Indian government should go for any sort of manufacturing incentive, which Chinese government or other places are providing benefits to their manufacturing units. Like in China, O2, if we are manufacturing the O2 there, we are getting 12 to 13% manufacturing incentive in China. If we have moved our operation from China to India, what kind of manufacturing incentive we can get it over here?
Yeah. Aparna, I want to ask you that what are those occasions when you get your maximum sale?
Weddings, Diwali, Raksha Bandhan, and of course Valentine's Day.
What has been the situation now during, since the lockdown started?
We paused our operation.
That's the only solution. We cannot do anything on that.
And we are waiting to, back to normal.
Back to normal, open the malls and everything.
We are waiting for at least good 1 or 2 days to, understand what is a standard operating procedure in the mall or the offices, and what kind of SOP we need to follow for safeguarding the, our staff
staff and the customer as well.
Do you want to now give out a message to all your customers who are looking forward to O2 Nails opening again and getting their nails done?
Most of our staff is COVID proof. They've gone through with the awareness program run by the industry players. against the COVID and what kind of structure somebody need to follow at the store level or shop level. So we already gone through, and in social media, like if you go to our social media pages, it's already been posted along with the staff's photo and their certification by BWC. So Skill India already gave us certificates that we have a full knowledge of taking care of our customers during COVID or post-COVID scenario.
Vikram, you were telling me earlier on the call that you were also planning to launch this app so that it's completely contact-free. Getting your nails done will be completely contact-free. Would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, of course. So there is a two tech partners. We are building that tech along with them because we both are from non-tech background, and so we introduced two of the partners, those who dedicatedly do this kind of a tech system in which we are introducing VR AR, by which somebody can virtually feel it, sees it, and connect with us. Along with that, there is a AI chatbot. Like tomorrow, if you're going for any festivity or any sort of the special occasion, so we can provide you based on our machine learning software, and that what kind of nail length, what kind of the color, what kind of dress match with your pattern. So these kind of options available with our chatbots, and we will have a geo-based notification tomorrow, like you guys in Hyderabad, and if you're going nearby Central Mall and there is one outlet supposed to become in there is one more mall in Hyderabad. So like when you're going nearby, you will get the notification what kind of discounts are available, what kind of new feature we are introducing, what is new color which is available. So these are the options which will be available through our app, and of course the digital payment is must nowadays.
Yeah. So are you also giving out franchises, and if yes, do you want interested people to contact you?
Yes, of course. Of course, we have a franchise platform available under the FOCO model, in which franchise owned our stores, and we will run all the operations. So franchisee need not to worry about the day-to-day operations, and there is only single time investment based on the size and location, and we are providing almost 40% ROI against the investment of franchisor, and along with that we are providing the capital return and all the basic requirements.
And this comes with what cost?
Like the franchise model is starting from 11 lakhs rupees, and it goes up to good 25-26 lakhs rupees.
I want to ask you that when you first launched, you said you were bootstrapped, Vikram. So when you first launched O2 Nails India, what was the first revenue? What was the first turnover in the first year?
In 2017-18, we touched only, because we worked for only 40 days, so our total turnover was 28 lakhs rupees. In 2018-19, we touched 2.95 crores. Out of that, our retail proposition is only 50 lakhs, which is 5% of total turnover. This year, like 2019-20, we touched 4 crore mark, and with the retail combination of about 8%. But like in 2021, and after this COVID scenario, we want to cut down our B2B operation, and we want to increase our B2C operation. So we want to take our B2C model at least by 60 to 80%.
And currently you operate in 3 cities, you said?
Yes, 3 cities, 4 cities already been signed up, but because of the COVID, we need to pause our expansion. Once we'll back to normal, in next 30 to 60 days, you'll see we'll start again our expansion.
Okay. Aparna, what is the latest trend in the nail art?
Latest trend, it depends
which people are really crazy about.
The blinging thing, the glitter and ornaments. The long extension, not the small extension or the square shape. There are so many shapes now. There's skeleton and coffin, everything. So girls want to try everything nowadays.
And Aparna, you must have also seen that now girls not only from tier 1 cities but from tier 2 and tier 3 cities are also coming forward.
Every city is not about only tier 1.
Yeah.
So we are getting most of our business from tier 2 and tier 3 cities. It is a commercial item, and somebody you're going to want to buy or want to use it for making money out of it, like if we say specifically. So if you're using it wisely, you can be in BEP within 4 to 6 months.
Yeah. And the 3 stores that you talked about, they're all your own stores?
Yeah.
So being bootstrapped, how were you able to launch your business at such a large scale?
Just a dream, like you want to make it happen. That's why you are pushing to all the extra mile which you want to cover.
Thank you guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vikram. Thank you, Aparna.